Nilesh, we are shifting our focus to Karnataka. Elections are around the state, you know that, and the BJP government is pulling out some old tricks. They have formed a special panel to declare Tulu as an official language of the state. Now, right now, Karnataka has one official language, which is Kannada. But if this panel recommends it, Tulu could become the second official language. They have been asked to submit their findings, which means the panel has been asked to submit their findings within 1 week. So the government, clearly, by the looks of it, is in a hurry. They have formulated this panel 3 months ahead of the assembly election. So that tells you something. Okay, at this point of time, before we get into our discussion, let me tell you a bit about Tulu. Tulu is a Dravidian language which is more than 2,000 years old. In fact, it is one of the oldest South Indian languages. It is mostly spoken in Dakshin Kannada and the Udupi region. According to some estimates, there are more than 30 lakh Tulu speakers in this country. If the language gets official status in Karnataka, it could be a stepping stone to a scheduled status in the Indian Constitution, the 8th schedule. Now, that is something that Tulus have been demanding for a long time now, that you need to include us as an official Indian language. Right now, there are 22 official languages. Now, while the BJP government's move is commendable, I beg your pardon, multiple questions remain. Number one, why now? Tulu has been around for 2,000 plus years. The BJP has been government in Karnataka since 2021. So why wait until an election year to recognize Tulu? Number two, what happened to the entire Hindi campaign? If you remember, Home Minister Amit Shah wanted Indians to learn Hindi as a second language. He had pitched Hindi as an alternative to English. What he had said was, you need to know your local language, your mother tongue, that's important. But instead of English, let Hindi be a second language. Now, a BJP-ruled Karnataka is proposing Tulu as a second language, not Hindi. So here you have a BJP government rewarding and recognizing a regional language as the state's second official language. I guess when it comes to catching votes, Hindi isn't exactly a big seller in southern India. And there is an election that is close by. Ashok Gowda is spokesperson of the BJP. He is joining us on the broadcast. Ashok ji, namaskar. Lavanya Balal, spokesperson of the Congress party. Hi, Lavanya. Good to have you back on the show. And Mr. S. Murari is a senior journalist. He is joining us on the broadcast as well. Ashok Gowda, a good move. I mean, why not? If the people of Karnataka want Tulu as the second official language, sure, why not? But does that mean that the BJP in Karnataka is junking Hindi? Because the Home Minister of the country had said, let the second official language in your state be Hindi, not English. So have you decided to junk Hindi in favor of Tulu?
The issue is not about junking any language. Issue is very simple. See, as an educationalist by my profession and learning the NEP and as well as in the process of education, in the past 1 decade, 1.5 decades of my journey in education, I am clearly of the opinion that whatever the mother tongue of an individual is, so that should be the language where we should be promoting. And there are, as you said rightly, 30 lakh people are there, 3 million people in India. In 20 lakh people only in Dakshin Kannada are speaking Tulu. And this has been a long-standing concern of the Tulu-speaking people that, let us make it as an official language. The problem, what you raised is about, being the election year. The issue is definitely the election year, but Lavanya will be the right person because Lavanya's mother tongue is Tulu. There were scriptures which were not very clear, and they were writing scripture. The written language for Tulu was not complete, or there were some gaps. Lavanya will be able to probably tell it in more complete. We are not politicizing any issue. We are very clearly saying, meeting the demands of the people who are from the Purusharama Nadu. That is Mangalore, Udupi and Karwar. Even the Konkani is also there. Kundapuri language is also there. And we are of the opinion that all the 2,200 plus languages which are spoken in India definitely deserve the same status as Hindi, Kannada, Tamil or any other language. And we are of the opinion that with this diversity, we are all together and we form the homogeneous community called India, and we are all bound to the concept of India and we are all together. And at the same time,
Okay.
Tulu is very
Ashokji,
important for those 3 million
Ashokji, I
people. And for
respect,
me,
I
Kannada is
respect your thought process. I
yes.
respect your thought process, which is great. You're saying every language in India, all 22 languages in India that are recognized in the 8th schedule are equally important. And even if they are not recognized in the 8th schedule, they are equally important because they are spoken by the people of this country. But you have not answered my question. My question was simple. You have not answered it. Instead, you have deflected a lot to Lavanya. But Lavanya, in this case, I don't know what the Congress party will say, because no one will oppose in Karnataka making Tulu the second official language in the state. In fact, many people will say, Areva, this is the BJP, scoring one big brownie point ahead of the elections.
Good evening, Shreya. See, as a Tulu speaking person, I call myself Tulua first and then a Kannadiga. So for me, it is very exciting to know Tulu will be made into, or there is a recommendation for Tulu to be made into second official language. What it means is official language in the offices, but not in education. That's what an education official language means. But this goes a long way for the fight that we have been fighting for the last 3 decades. That we want Tulu to be included in the 8th schedule in India. But this action will not go towards enhancing or boosting the effort of including Tulu in the 8th schedule. But having Tulu as our second official language in Karnataka is an amazing news for all of us. We're very excited and we welcome that. Yes, of course, you questioned the timing of this whole decision. That is another question altogether. But there are more than 3 million people in Karnataka who speak Tulu language. And it is in both Udupi, Dakshin Kannada, and parts of Kasargod also. What we call the old Tulu Nadu is what we call our region which speaks Tulu. I think everybody is very excited there. But also have to remind Mr. Gowda, he should ask our MP, Mr. Nalin Kumar Katil, to raise the subject in the parliament. Because for the past 5 terms, we have had only BJP MPs from the Tulu-speaking region and they have not raised this issue in the parliament, whereas the Kasargod MP has raised the subject in the parliament. So as a Tulua, I'm Shreya, I'm so sorry, but today I think for me, it's more about my mother tongue than anything else. I'm very excited. But then there will be also demands, I'm sure, from the Kodavas, the Konkanis, the Beri language, also for a more space in the state.
No, I guess it's not a day to fight, or at least this is not a day for a political fight to break out here in the studio or outside in Karnataka. My only contention was, Mr. S.S. Murari, while I was doing, while I was thinking of putting out this story for our viewers, is this some sort of double speak on languages as far as the BJP is concerned? After all, you have a BJP government in Karnataka that is talking about bringing in Tulu as a second official language in the state of Karnataka, and then you have a BJP government in the center that is pushing Hindi. Many South Indian states say they're pushing Hindi down their throat. In fact, the Home Minister is on record to say that a second language that children learn in school or a second medium of communication in any state apart from the mother tongue should be Hindi, not English. Now, I simply want to understand if the Karnataka government has taken the stand that Tulu is going to be the official language, second official language of Karnataka, does it mean that the entire Hindi plan of the BJP has been junked? At least in the state of Karnataka, for political reasons.
I agree with you. It's a double speak, but then it's a welcome change. The BJP's basic philosophy is one language, one religion, one culture, and that is Hindu, Hindi, Hindutva. That they have given a go by for whatever reason, obviously for election reasons in Karnataka. Why not welcome it? They are accepting multicultural, multilingual state nation. That is a welcome step. For whatever be the reason, of course, it's obviously political because Bangalore and that region is the stronghold of BJP. It has always been the stronghold of BJP. So there they want to promote. They don't want to leave any stone unturned in winning the election. That is the basic philosophy of BJP. Winning election at any cost. It's always been election mode, as you know, all through 365 days. Governance comes only later. But I am talking about practical difficulties. As far as Tulu is concerned, yes, it has no written script. So if it's going to be administrative language, they may have an allied script. The Tulu speaker here has said. Konkani, I don't know, but there's some other Tulagari or something like that. They have a script. But how practical it will be to have it as an administrative language. Secondly, as an official language in educational level, third language, second language. What happens to the third? Mother tongue is usually in educational college, mother tongue is the first, and the second and third are optional. But if it is going to be the second official language, naturally it should be in education policy also. Tulu should be the official language. But what happens to Hindi and English, most importantly? Though they become optional, these are questions which have to be clarified by the government. But on the whole, it's a welcome change. Any acceptance of a multicultural, multilingual state is a welcome step on behalf of BJP. To that extent, it's okay.
So you know what? So congratulations to the BJP. Fact is, we are still waiting for more details here. We are waiting to see if Tulu doesn't have a script, then how will, for example, if it's the second official language in the state, what happens, can it be taken to schools? Can it be a medium of education? If it doesn't have a script, how does it become an official language in offices as well? Yes, Lavanya, you want to come in? Yeah.
No, there is Tulu script. Tulu is being taught in Mangalore University from almost 1.5 decades now. It is an optional language in Mangalore University. Tulu as a script was not in use for almost 100 years, and we have started reusing the Tulu script now. Yes, the Tulu alphabet has many more alphabets compared to Kannada and other languages, but there is a Tulu script, and there are inscriptions. There are, there's palm leaf. Manuscripts and everything in that language. In fact, there is always a debate between the Malayali, literature world and the Tulu literature world about which language was derived from which language. There was a script, there is a script which was not in use for a long time.
So you have to revive that.
Sorry, Shreya, I'm too excited.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, that's fine, which means it needs to be revised, and I'm glad we are having this chat. I'm glad we are having this chat. Yes, Mr. Gowda, you want to come in as well? Go ahead. But I have to say you still haven't answered my question. And I will say that to you till this debate ends. But go ahead. Say what you have.
I will rightfully answer the words, whatever Murariji has said and whatever you have said. See, Murariji is saying that we have believed in only one theory, one nation, one theory. Of course, we believe in the concept of India. At the same time, we have believed in regional nationalism. It was written in 1952 when the Jansang was formed. Please check your facts, sir, Murariji. And second, see, whatever the apprehensions are raising, it's a matter of solutions which have to be given. They're saying that if the official language is also Tulu now, what will be the language 1, language 2, language 3 for a Tuluite? For a Kannadiga, it's a very clear matter now. So now the point is, if the Tulu speaking, if my mother tongue is Tulu, what will I choose first? And as an educationalist, what I'm trying to suggest is, please choose Tulu, speak in Tulu till you are 8 years old. After that, any language, if you have analyzed a language and if you understood any concept in your language, in your mother tongue, the concept of understanding Kannada, Hindi, English, Germany, Spanish will be much easier for you till whatever the age you want to learn the languages. So that is the concept, what NEP is also given and what our government's biggest achievement will be in the coming days.
Okay. Okay. As I said, you've still not answered my question. You're in no mood to answer it, but we'll leave it there because almost everyone in this panel is of the view that what the BJP government in Karnataka has done is actually a good thing. That to have Tulu as a second official language is actually a positive move. It has come in an election year, yes, of course, you expect it to give you political dividends, but it's a good move. Everyone seems to be agreeing with it. So we'll leave it there. Thank you very much. Many questions, though, that still have not been answered as to how exactly this will work out. But I guess the panel will have to submit its report in a week. We'll have more clarity and more details then. We'll leave it there for the moment. Thank you, Ashok ji. Thank you, Lavanya. And thank you, Murari ji, for joining us on this broadcast. I'm slipping into a quick break on the show with that. There's more on the other side. Do stay with us.